Well, here's the list that he plans to destroy me with. He's got the manticore, the whirlwind. That is supposed to be Lysander, I believe.
That's Pedro.
Oh, Pedro. Sorry. And he's got his scouts and his Primaris Psyker over here, and then I'm not sure what those are. Tell us about that. Sternguard. Yes, they're holding the line, as you might expect. And over there, that is Peachy Pork Picante. And also some reserved assault marines. Over here we got the drop pods in waiting with the ironclad and supposedly these marines over here. And then, oh, there's Lysander. I know, right? Nothing like Lysander. But anyway, we don't care. And so we're starting with that deployment on this board.
You forgot about the 5 scouts infiltrating.
No, you just told them.
Oh, okay.
And continuing on, we have my deployment zone. So we've got the Rhino with some Chaos Marines in there. Inside of this one, more Chaos Marines. Over here, we've got more Chaos Marines. And in that one, more Chaos Marines. Actually, no, there's no Chaos Marines. There's nobody in there. There's Chaos Marines down here, though. And there is their lovely winged commander, who you may marvel at. He is a Tzeentch sorcerer, and he will tear your face off. Here is the Havoc Squad. Know it. Love it. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's going to infiltrate with their scouts into this little bunker type thing. Okay, and now we're going to roll to see if I can seize the initiative. I do not. Game on. And wah crap, in came the Dreadnought with his multi-melta and his flamer. He tried to whack that Rhino. He managed to stun it. And then over here, the multi-melta came in and tried to shoot this thing. And unfortunately, because he was snap firing, he missed that. We did see some explosions over there as they tried to shoot the Land Raider with a orbital bombardment. And now it is the bottom of one, and I will proceed. Alright, so the destroyer blades came in and whacked the guy that tried to stop him from coming in. Meanwhile, we got a penetrating hit on this dreadnought using this sorcerer. Looks like a 3 to me. So he's stunned, and that's preserved our unit from getting rushed off the board. Meanwhile, this guy, since he couldn't do anything else, he popped smoke. That guy moved up and fired at Lysander. Or is that Pedro? Pedro, and didn't do anything. Well, he caused a wound with a heavy bolter. And then we have that guy over there sneaking up behind that building. So that was the end of turn 1. We're going to turn 2. Oh, sad day in the land of chaos. My unfortunate Rhino died to the multi-melta, which then died from the explosion of the Rhino. Quite ironic. Over here, he just stood his ground and waited for his mechanisms to re-engage. But our commander here did take a couple of losses thanks to his barrage weaponry, and they lost their Rhino thanks to that same barrage weaponry and lost 2 dudes besides. So we're rapidly losing troops. Land Raider's right over there. It got shaken. That one didn't get touched. And as you can see, after the Psychic Shriek last round, there's down to 4 Space Marines over here. Meanwhile, deep striking came in the Assault Marines behind his lines here, playing defense on his 2 objectives, and boldly deep striking was Lysander down there below. And that's where we left off, with the Vendetta coming on as well. Alright, so the Marines that were guarding my leader are now over here, while those guys hopped in the building. It's an AV-13 building. We managed to destroy, thanks to my warlord, this dreadnought over here, and then killed almost everybody but 1 Marine here. He's going to make that morale check right now. We're going to see what happens to him. Let's do it. He's solid, 8. So he's going to stand there for the assault phase. Over here, the Land Raider came up and actually killed a assault marine with a snapshot, while meanwhile we got our hiding Rhino over there, kind of skulking about. In came all 30 of the Raptors to assault the enemy position, surrounding these poor innocent scouts. What will they do? I guess we're going to find out. Time for the assault phase. Let's see what happens there. Sometimes you just wish you didn't get up in the morning. So it looks like after a spirited charge, the Space Marine shot down the only guy who could reach him. And so we're sort of just going to stand there. And it's top of turn 3. Alright, well, it's back to the end of my turn. These guys, these Havocs over here, they tried desperately to shoot and kill the guy that was standing right there, and he succeeded. So that unit is finally toast. We have these guys who failed their charge on the scouts that were in there, but no fear. My Librarian guy, my Sorcerer, went in there and took care of business on a challenge, and they got nothing for his efforts because the Chaos Gods felt like rolling 15. Then we got over here, the guys immobilized themselves in the Rhino trying to get out of that ruin. These guys here caused another wound to Pedro. He is now down 3 wounds, I believe. 2 wounds. And then we have these guys who just broke out of combat. They all got charged, multi-charged actually, by the brave assault marines that Cody brought against me. So there's a unit of about 8 there, and then a unit of about 13 left over here. And sadly, they came out in entirely the wrong phase. Sternguard will be taking advantage of that, I am sure. You see them right here. Back over here, another one of my cool mutilators showed up, and the other one kind of flew off the board and went into reserve again. So we failed our charge, but we still got 2 mutilators unharmed over here that are trying desperately to get into combat with somebody. And that's where we're at. So I believe, what is it, top of 4? Top of 4. Okay, we're back, and it looks like that's supposed to be Dorn Lysander. Anyway, he came and killed one of the mutilators on his own. And over here, you can see that the blast templates from his artillery have had their desired effect, as has his Sternguard with their GravGuns. So we're heading into the bottom of 4. Oh dear. So, it looks like the Vendetta got shot in its tailpipes a couple of times there, mostly by these Chaos Marines actually, and it's almost done. That's Lysander, he's got 1 wound now. This thing came along and destroyed the manticore that was sitting right there. Meanwhile, the Chaos Raptors finally got in and annihilated the Premier Psyker and his unit of IG there, thanks to the help of a Dirge Caster on the Land Raider, which was close enough to the unit here and here to stop both units from getting Overwatch, which resulted in these Raptors coming in unabated and wiping, what, 3? 3 or 4 of his, I think 4, including his leader. I can't remember. But anyway, won the combat, but they stood their ground as true Marines are wont to do. And so now, the troop choices that they have left basically are right here. Right here. So he's got to keep them alive somehow in order to take an objective, because I have the objective that's near that building right there, and I'm contesting both of these, obviously. So he needs to really free up those Sternguard and try and do some damage. So he'll give that a shot right now, and we'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, so we're at the bottom of 5. The Raptors, after the last cannons in our... Well, first of all, the last cannons up here finished off Pedro, so he's no longer with us. Over here, the Raptors and the Sorcerer finished off the last of his Sternguard. And here, we took this out of the sky. It's actually down on the ground, even though you can't tell from this picture, thanks to the Havoc squad way back there that has been doing almost nothing the whole game, but finally showed up for one last hurrah. These guys... single-handedly totally failed to take out that drop pod the entire game, though they gave it their college try. And let's see. Oh, and these guys had jumped out of the Land Raider to take that last objective. So at the end of the game, we've got 3 points there and there, 6 points. We are in the enemy deployment zone, so that's 7. And we didn't get his Warlord, so we got 7 points. He got First Blood, so he got a point, and bravely defended his redoubt to the very bitter end. 7-1 final score for the hot rockin' Night Lords versus the Imperial Guard and Space Marines.